It's a beautiful Thursday morning, and we're glad to be here again to say welcome to all the brightness and excitement that this new day brings.
Yeah, keep going. I can't breathe because if I breathe, it's going to be a different story. In any case, we believe that when you bring forth the best there is within you, you lift yourself up and into greater things and greater heights. So, hey, do the same today.
Not to say there won't be turbulence some days, but then again, remember, you can't change the ocean or the weather. No matter how hard you try, so stop trying, okay? And just live life.
Yeah.
Live and let's live.
Stop complaining. Live life. And I see that these two are living life at full crush. MM and, of course, Mr. Mike Mexican. What are you guys doing?
I think cat and mouse. Because, I mean, you smell whatever the condition is, no matter
what. How do you know that this is not my smiling face?
Is it just
Good morning. It's great to have it Thursday, and yeah. Great day to be here. I can't wait for the weekend, man. I can't wait. Can you, Mazino?
Oh, man. I had a very, very interesting weekend last weekend. So I think I've lived at least 3 weekends in a row in one weekend. So I'm not complaining right now. I'm just going to enjoy this weekend, even if it's a work weekend. I'm not saying that give us any work, please, management. Don't.
Every weekend is a work weekend for you, Mazino.
Very true, actually. Hey, not complaining. In any case, my name is Mazino Appeal.
The energy in here is definitely contagious. My name is Winfrey Daniel Akolo. Remember to stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv. And then my mic, please stop distracting me.
I'm telling you,
and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Yes, remember to use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms. Download the app on iOS or on Android. No fighting, please. And remember that, hey, it's great entertainment all the way on YouTube as well. If you miss any of the editions, you can always go back on there and see it. But yeah, I like the colors. I like the colors.
Yes, the colors are...
Who's your controller?
It's Jennifer now, of course. You want to put me in trouble? It's you, Jennifer.
So yeah, you guys said about the fire yesterday.
The fire on that one.
On that one, and I saw it's the bridge. So what happened? There has to be a walk on that bridge because what do I call it now? The integrity of that bridge is compromised. It's really extremely, because I don't know, something has happened.
So for a fire that started at 4:30 in the morning and lasted up until I think just before 11 o'clock, that's done. It's done more than enough harm to that bridge because you have expansion. The heat is going to cool off again. It's just going to start cracking.
The weather. So someone was asking, actually, fine, what is causing all these fires? Is it
because there was also another one?
Yes, I was one in Ogba before.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There was. Same one, same day.
Well, there are people living under the bridge. Not living, but people who have different activities. There are markets, there are people who sell food, there are fire hazards, and there people actually live there. Let's just face it. See, the amount of alcohol that they sell under that bridge alone is a fire hazard. That thing will burn.
What did you know?
I don't drink alcohol.
It's observant.
No, but it's a fact.
The traffic.
No, yeah, because so they had to stop anyone taking that route.
Yeah.
So there were alternative routes that they
There's only one alternative route, and that's the Third Mainland Bridge. Yesterday, it took 2 hours to get to the island.
I literally mistakenly entered Festac.
Welcome now.
I don't know how.
No. That's welcome.
How did you get there? Hey, you lost.
No.
I didn't get until 10 p.m.
Let me defend FTT.
I left there by like past 4.
I don't understand.
What's happening real quick is this. The road is being expanded, so they've actually cordoned off some of the routes entering into Festac from Fresh Rainbow area. So what you should do is go through Agor Palace way. And now...
All the traffic went
the junctions close to that Festac. First Rainbow, second Rainbow, third Rainbow. Wow.
So there's always traffic on that road. So yesterday was a disaster.
We call on the authorities to please help us out in the Festac area, please. It's not really fun.
No,
please
it's not.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let's do it now.
It can't be okay.
Let's take it.
Hello and welcome. This is the news update on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Kelly Egiga. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami says the deletion of Section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Act 2022 is still a work in progress and is being considered as such. The AGF spoke while fielding questions from State House correspondents after the weekly Federal Executive Council meeting early on Wednesday. According to him, while the possibility of appeal is not in doubt, government creators, the Law Reform Commission responsible for the codification and gazetting of the laws, are collaborating with the office of the AGF to ensure their that any addition made to the law is in line with the provisions of the law.
It is indeed a work in progress, against the background of the fact that the Law Reform Commission is involved statutorily in the, which is a ministry, a parastatal under the supervision of the Office of the Attorney General, is a party to the process of codification of the law. The government printers, which is saddled with the responsibility of gazetting our laws on the request of the Office of the Attorney General, is equally involved. And above all, as you rightly stated, the possibility of an appeal is equally there. So what I am saying in effect is deletion of Section 84, so Section 12 is a work in progress and is being considered as such.
Away from that, let's tell you that the Federal Executive Council, FEC, has approved the sum of 92.12 billion naira for the construction of a second runway at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. This approval is coming a day after President Muhammadu Buhari inaugurated a new terminal building at the Murtala Muhammed International Airport in Lagos. The Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, disclosed the developments while briefing State House correspondent at the end of the virtual council meeting presided over by President Buhari at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. He said the entire sum would be spread over a number of projects to be carried out at the airport within a period of 12 months. Now, according to the minister, the approval is a follow-up of President Buhari's directive to the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, to source special funding for the second runway of the airport.
Historically, there has been an attempt to put up a runway in Abuja. At the time, the company that was given the contract quoted 75 billion naira, and the contract was awarded, but Nigerians, through the People's Parliament, rose up and struggled for the contract to be cancelled. Perhaps what should have been done at that time, if funding or price was the issue, they could have reviewed it downwards to appropriate price and get the runway done, not throwing the baby with the bathwater. If that had happened during the life and times of the first government, we wouldn't have the need to shut down Abuja for repairs for some 6 odd weeks.
Well, it's time to talk sports. It's good news for Chelsea fans. The supporters will now be able to buy FA Cup semi-final and Champions League tickets after the government relaxed the condition of the license the club is operating under. Chelsea was banned from selling new tickets under the terms of a license which allowed them to operate until they are sold. The measures, which many viewed as draconian and unnecessary, prompted concerns that the West London club's semi-final clash with Crystal Palace could be played at a half-empty Wembley Stadium. Now, Blues owner Roman Abramovich saw his assets frozen by the UK government following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Let's take a break. We'll be back in just a moment. Please stay with us.
And we are back. It's time for us to go through the front pages of the newspaper. And we will be starting with the Punch newspaper. Let's see what's making the headlines. On Electoral Act, National Assembly plans appeal. Tackles Judge Malami insists on amendments. And Gbajabiamila asks Attorney General not to tamper with Electoral Act. Court ruled that a provision be deleted, not part of our law, says Malami. And APC moves to bar appointees from voting at convention primaries. And here's a photo story of 1,000 taxis being commissioned by Governor Sanwo-Olu in Lagos yesterday. And we move on to the Nigerian Tribune. Still on Electoral Act, National Assembly to appeal judgment on Section 84(12). And we are working to implement court order, says AGF. Gbajabiamila warns Malami against hasty enforcement of ruling. And that's it on the Nigerian Tribune. We move on to the Nation newspaper. Making the headlines here, Buhari governors agree on Adamu as consensus chair. And Senator Namani South, Senator Kiari North endorsed as deputy chairman on unity list. No election at convention. other chair aspirants to get refund of nomination fee. And at the bottom of the paper here, we have Sanwo-Olu launches Lagos ride with 1,000 cars. And you have the photo story there of the 1,000 taxis being commissioned. And at the bottom of the paper here, Oyo government set to hand over GCI to Old Boys Association. And finally, man rapes, kills landlady. And that's a sad story. Then we move on to the Daily Trust newspaper. Making the headlines here on APC chairmanship, governors bow to Buhari, agree on Adamu. President gives them 24 hours to finalize unity list. Meets aspirants, solicits support for ex-Nasarawa governor, and orders refund of money to contenders affected by consensus. And I'll take this final one here on flu. Nigeria loses over 2 million birds in 391 farms. And we have a photo story here of the fire outbreak at an illegal petrol storage facility under the bridge at Akpobon Lake yesterday. And that's all we can take on the newspapers this morning.
Okay. Hello?
Just apologize for yourself now. If anybody...
No, it's okay. It's like nothing. It was all right. There's a little backstage humor going on in here. You guys are welcome. It's What's Up and About for Wake Up Nigeria. We have a very interesting topic that's been trending for
Yes, we do.
Mike, please.
It's horrible bosses. Horrible bosses. Horrible bosses.
Why do you keep emphasizing on the first time?
Doing better. Shouldn't be talking about horrible bosses. You see, this is relative, and Mazino has a personal experience, which I'm quite interested
Do I want to get into that?
Yeah, not so much, but you see, I love where you came from. That this thing it's quite relative. That somebody expects you to expect some deliverables from you, and is quite maybe stern about it.
Let me take it from there.
All right,
So everybody was complaining about how horrible their bosses was, or the experiences they've had in different instances about bosses who they really didn't like. But then again, we forget the point that there actually are horrible employees, or people who are inept, people who are not up to the task. Now, this is going to raise it is going to make people who have deliverables, people who have expectations from their own bosses, they're going to be very agitated, and they're going to demand that you get that job done, whether by fire, by force. You either get it done or you get out. And that's the way I see most of all the details that I've been reading on Twitter. People are simply just expressing themselves from a personal point of view, not from a professional point of view. What led to your boss being acrimonious, or whatever it was to you?
Yeah.
Were you at fault? And not really at fault, but were you not up to a task?
Exactly.
You know?
So I would like, you said from a personal point, not from a professional point.
Exactly, yes.
I'd like to switch the word personal with sentimental.
Thank you.
Right? Because I totally understand from your point, because in the end of everything, right, what is the definition of a horrible boss, right? And I also believe that everything is relative, especially in this situation, because a lot of people believe that, okay, once my boss is not nice and charming to me and all of that is a horrible boss. No, I don't believe that, right?
True.
I believe a horrible boss is someone who is not professional and probably try to use his own personal insecurities to bully people, right? And things like that, as opposed to someone trying to use his strength to get the job done. So if it's do you understand? If it's not within...
So I need to clap for you for this thing you just...
You didn't clap for me. Okay.
No.
From what Winfrey said, there's a very thin line between a horrible boss and a boss who just wants to get things done. Now, being a boss means that you come from a place of leadership. You're a leader. You said something here where people are just waiting and waiting for, they need to be told what to do instead of just using their initiative. That is why you're a leader. This is where emotional intelligence comes in. You need to exhibit it as a leader. Being a leader means that you should exhibit certain qualities. And people are also looking onto you for guidance. So in a case where you cannot lead them, you cannot guide them, you would be seen as a bully, because that is your job.
So I believe that a boss is actually supposed to be inside a team, not outside it. I think a boss is supposed to be operating from within the team.
And you're supposed to carry everybody along. Some people complained about people going the extremes, where there were pictures there were even photos that even went viral of people, some of their bosses that punched into the walls or punched into the doors. That is extreme. In that kind of situation, he shouldn't be a leader.
Well, why are you putting it extreme?
No, that's
Because
extreme.
it's extreme.
You're getting that's physical. You're getting physical.
What if he's a gym and he's a puncher?
Okay.
And he's better than that punch.
Everything is
He's better than
relative.
that punch enter the wall instead of the
enter your
person.
face.
Let's not also forget that we also have labor laws that are not even, practiced. That's not being practiced here in the country, because if we have those labor laws and people know what these labor laws are.
Funny you should say that, because I don't think that individuals know about
Exactly,
these
they don't
laws
even
at
know
all.
what they are.
And thereby, not knowing what they are, you actually don't know what
your
do
rights
in
are.
What your rights are in certain
Yes.
circumstances. If you ought to be able to tell your boss that, hello,
hello.
sir,
Thank you.
This is
is
what
wrong.
stipulated in my contract, or what the labor law even says.
It even states.
That's
Yes.
So I don't think politely, however, is what I ask you to, how I ask you to do it. Don't go and say, oh God, no,
I'm protected.
No, I'm protected
I
by
have my
labor
lawyer.
law.
My lawyer will call you. No, you have
That
to.
in itself is
yeah.
you being disrespectful to your boss,
Yes.
even if you know
Yes.
your rights. So
Yes.
there are certain ways you put things,
It's
but
all about approach.
it's all about approach.
Okay,
yeah.
so let's get it's horrible bosses that we're talking about here, and that is why I would still want to commend Winfrey. I extremely love that take, man. I'm not
Thank
have
you
so
on
much
her
to
behalf.
add, to that.
You allow me to take
But
her.
then
Hey.
I must say,
Thank you, man.
So the conversation was on Twitter for like 3 days. It
Yeah.
started from tech into entertainment, and then Nollywood. And then, what made me smile when I saw the Nollywood one was that they held a space with some Nollywood practitioners in there, and then someone goes like, the horrible bosses are listening, are there, and then someone
And
like,
the ones who contributing.
But then, you see, it's all about, I feel that, look, I've always said this, and this is my personal mantra. I would say it here, I would say it everywhere. Office politics can be a drag to me, but we know politics is there.
Yeah.
But I've always maintained that excellence should stand a person out. Let me be known. When they hear my name, the first thing should not be that, Mike is close to this boss. No.
Exactly.
The first thing should be that Mike knows what he's doing, he's good at what he does, and that should be why I'm here. If almost everyone, if majority of people should get there, then you have few cases of people complaining of horrible bosses. Because even if a boss intentionally wants to be horrible to you, when you deliver, even horrible bosses, in quote, will tend to find a way to ensure that the job gets going, or the friction is less. So at times, like you said, it comes to a point, it's relative, when people are not up to scratch, when they don't deliver as they should, and then they'll be like, is it because of this thing I did that the boss was now responding? You know what he got from higher up.
Exactly.
True. Whether, irrespective of what he got or what he didn't get, right? My take
Your
is
ineptitude
also
is
that,
just
exactly. As an
all-
employee,
is
a lot of employees like literally slack, and they don't want people to literally call them out.
And the first excuse is that the boss doesn't like me.
Exactly, and of course it is understandable.
He doesn't have to like you, but
You know what I think? You know what I think?
Absolutely does not.
I
have to
think
like
that
you.
there's one factor that's missing from everybody's expressions on Twitter. And that factor is the fact that not everybody in that space or who was inside of that conversation has had the opportunity to be a boss. If you have had the opportunity to be a boss, you will understand what it takes, what it needs, the kind of mannerisms, character, what to get the job done.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting dynamic
Mazino,
and difference as an employee and a boss.
I know we need to wrap this off here, but I'm going to ask you, when you were a boss, do you
I was not a boss. I was not the boss.
were
Never
you
a boss.
a horrible boss?
Some people considered.
Some people
considered me.
working under you.
Yeah.
Were you a horrible
Some people
boss?
considered me so.
Okay, we'll
I have
continue
no
this
problem
conversation on
being
social media.
being referred to as a
social media.
if I'm trying to get the work done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't-
Winfried, yay! Thank you.
Danny!
Come forward, come forward.
I also feel that the workspace should be an environment where people can also learn. People are also learning. We don't.
We are learning.
So it shouldn't be. If you don't know it, then go and do it, or don't. Is that this? Don't compare. Anyway, we need to go on.
A horrible boss. You have the tendency of a horrible boss. You're welcome. And sometime earlier this month, we had a very exciting event happen here in the premises of TVC, and it was the very first edition for the Wake Up Nigeria Cook-Up.
It really was. You know, when I think about that particular event, putting it together, the fun of all of us as a team getting up to get all of that, it was quite a very, very interesting this thing. We had amateur chefs who came out,
home chef.
gave home chefs.
Home
yes,
chefs.
I like that. Thank you very much. Who came out, who gave their best. It was all fun and fun all through. I was so impressed at all of that.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, it was very interesting when we started the event with 5 home chefs. And we had one very interesting entrant. And this was a visually impaired school teacher, Mr. Solomon Otobong, who eventually and very fairly turned out to be, Samuel Otobong, very fairly turned out to be the winner at the end of the day.
Something I must say,
blew our minds.
Something I must say was the level. When it came to the judging, no single judge had the opportunity to pick up somebody. No, they all gave points individually without knowing what the other judge gave.
Exactly.
So our point processing, the judges and all of that, the criteria was very, they didn't know.
Yeah.
They were shocked even at the end also themselves. It was a taste, let me give this person's mark and all, and then we collated it and we had our winner. So we're showing you highlights.
Yeah, we're going to show you highlights
day.
of that event for today, and then we have a surprise for you. In fact, let me just let the cat out of the bag already, because today, on set, in the kitchen, we'll be having the winner of the very first Wake Up Nigeria cookout here as our chef for this morning. So let's do the packaging. When we get back, Winfrey's going to be introducing our chef for today.
Amazing, amazing. And of course, right here with me is Mr. Samuel Otobong, the first ever winner of the Wake Up Nigeria cookout. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria, and a very huge congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, first of all, I must say, how did you feel when your name was actually called, when your number was actually called?
Wow. I wasn't really expecting it, but I was happy.
Okay.
At least one.
Amazing, of course, and of course, great work too to you helping him out. Okay, so we're here today now, and of course, you won that, meaning you have like great cooking skills. So what exactly do you think what is that thing you think makes you so great at what you do? When did you start cooking, and when did you realize that you have a thing for cooking?
Wow. So I love to cook. I'm actually the last one in my family.
Oh,
so,
famous.
I spent a lot of time with my mom in the kitchen. So I learned how to cook from her.
From her?
Yeah. So I love to cook what I eat, basically. So.
Okay. Nice, amazing. Okay, so now today, what are we making? Tell me.
So I'm making the winning recipe, actually.
Hallelujah. So the same thing won us.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so and what is that?
That's grilled potato with vegetable sauce.
Amazing. So what exactly do we need to make this winning dish today?
Okay, we have our potatoes.
Okay.
Then we have our vegetables. Yeah, we have the pumpkin, the grain.
Okay.
And we have tomatoes, we have pepper.
Okay.
We have onion,
Okay.
vegetable oil.
Okay.
Then we have our protein, that's the turkey.
Turkey.
Then just garnish it with egg, right?
Okay,
Boiled
amazing.
one.
So what is the procedure for this meal?
Okay, so first of all, we're going to boil our potato first. Then after then, we'll, just so that you don't make the potato too soft, just for some time. Then you now bring it out, put a little bit of oil in the pot, dry pot, put it on the fire. Then you put your potato in there just to give it that grilled flavor. Yeah, so then we'll go to our sauce. We'll get our vegetables cut. Then kind of stew the tomatoes and the pepper and everything. Then add your vegetables, the seasoning. Then boil our protein, that's the turkey. Then then we'll fry it dry.
Okay.
Make it a lot dry and everything. Then the vegetables are going to be crunchy, so that you can really have a feel of your veggies.
Amazing. Okay, and I definitely can't wait to taste what this is going to taste like today. So we're definitely going to get into that right about now. Yeah, so we can start. So what do you need to actually start?
What do we need?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you need chopping. Let me get you a chopping board.
Washing bowl, yeah, blender.
I'll get you all the things you need. Don't worry. Okay. And, okay, yes, there's water. Okay, anyways, okay, so we'll definitely leave all of this to be done right here. So let's just go over the menu one more time before we actually hand over to the guys on the couch to take it away. So now we're making grilled potato and super crunchy vegetable sauce. The ingredients are salt, eggs, garlic, carrot, turkey, potatoes, onions, pepper, pumpkin, seasoning, vegetable oil, spring onions, fresh tomatoes, and green vegetables. Amazing, okay? So, of course, this is definitely going to be cooked within, like, give me a time frame.
Within 30 to 45 minutes.
30 to 45, so definitely before the show is over, it's ready as usual. Okay, amazing. Okay, so, I mean, let's get started.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so what do you want to chop?
Vegetables and the tomatoes.
And the tomato and the carrot and all of that first. Okay.
Okay.
You can use this. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Amazing. So, besides cooking, what do you do? Oh, you're an author. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so now we're literally going to allow you to get into all of this. But before then, or right about now, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, Wake Up Nigeria continues.
And you're welcome. It's book chat time right now here for Wake Up Nigeria. And we're joined by a very interesting author. His name is Fola Folagbade, and he's the author of this very interesting book, Don't Call Me Lucky, although I have an alternative name for it. And today we're going to be talking about the audacity to dream and live the dream. That's what we're here to discuss today with Fola. Fola, you are welcome, man. Good to have you here.
Thank you so very much.
Interesting character, interesting author. Read your book, thought it was very fun. Have very deep questions for you. Might have to euphemize here and there. But let's talk about your book. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about the fact that you came from security guard to a brand. We're going to cover all of that and talk about the span of it and all.
Yeah.
But your book was inspired by what? Your story, and why? To who?
Okay, yeah, my book was inspired by my story, and so I call it because that's my journey, every plant growing through the rock, you know what it means for a plant to grow through the rock, right? Yeah, every, young minds there trying hard to make a better tomorrow for themselves, yeah.
Now, so you started out as a security guard, you
Yeah.
said. Tell us about that story, that journey. This was covered in one of your chapters here.
Yeah, okay, so yes, I was schooling, and I needed to, fend for myself. I needed to fend for myself and, school fees and some other things like that. So I was working as a security guard and also going to school. You know what it means, like going to the guard post at night and then going to resume in the school the second morning.
So was this a glam type of security guard? The type, which one? The type that danced at the fast food?
Something like that. Funny thing is that actually reminded me of those days when I saw that video. That was how I was. I was looking. Really? I'm still very slim. Just imagine me, very, very slim then. And I was, in those, attires. But there is one good thing that I always tell people when I have the opportunity of, speaking with people, that at that point, I didn't even see myself as I was suffering or whatsoever. I just knew that it was a phase, I was happy doing what I was doing. It was a process, right? Yeah, that was it.
You also talked about being all alone, having no one to turn to. And this is actually the foundation of your story, how it pushed you on to greater things. How can people who read this book take sample from that? Okay, so the part of being alone, I mean, there was nobody, no single person on earth I could call to get even a recharge card for my phone. I had to start doing, and that's killed, that's, this thing that is very common now, entitlement mentality, It killed it because I just knew there was nobody and I had to do everything to make a living and a better future for myself. Yeah, so I think that was it for me, really. And anybody out there, it's just good for you to understand that in this life, you are all alone. Yeah. So I learned that very early in life. Yeah. Now, in your book, Don't Call Me Lucky, you also talk about something very, very personal, and you called it the longest, or my longest struggle. You talked about the, let's call it self-gratification, sexual self-gratification, and that you had to struggle with it for, since you were 15 up until 25, 10 years, which is little compared to what other people will say. Yeah. But how did that affect you? What are your thoughts on sexual gratification, or what did I call it just now? Yeah. what are your thoughts on it? Are you saying that it's a bad thing, or are you saying that it's a good, it's you know, a gray area?
Okay, so there is this thing that I believe strongly, that even no matter how good anything is, when you do it too much, then it becomes a problem. Even drinking water, heating, if you take it too much, like if you eat too much and all that, right, it can become an issue. I think that was where I was then. I was so addictive to it, and it was really affecting other things in my life. So I just knew I needed to reduce or probably kill that part of my life, you know, and that was what I did then. So I won't say it's a bad thing if you can put it, but anything at all that that you can't do without, you know, you just have to do it, you're addicted to it, then it's an issue. That was it for me, yeah. So I just knew I needed to end that I can't do without at that particular time.
Okay. Now, toward the end of your book, you spoke about everything from mentorship to loyalty, and then your brand, of course. Yeah. Now, this progression of yours is something that people can take sample from. Do you see yourself as a mentor?
Okay, yeah. So
now, and a mentor for me is somebody who has gray hair, who looks like Wally Shoyinka, and who talks in proverbs and everything.
Okay.
For someone as young as you, and I'm assuming that you're younger than I am by a lot. Do you see yourself as a mentor and someone who can impact younger people?
Okay. Well, I would say that I think that's the essence of writing this book, right?
Isn't it?
Yeah. So it's just to show people that, okay, fine, if I can do it, you can do it too. So really, I don't call myself mentor or anything, even though I do a number of trainings and all of that. But then my book is just to show you that this guy went from here to here.
Where is that second here? The first here is from being a security person.
Guard, yeah.
And here presently is what now?
So
what is this brand?
Okay,
what do you do that is that indicates that
I left where I was.
Yeah, exactly. That movement.
Okay, so right now I have a startup for Warritor.
Warritor.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
We publish books.
Yeah, they actually do. That's them there.
Yeah.
Warritor. So that's that security guard from before.
That's security guard.
That's him right now as a book publisher, actually.
Yeah. And funniest thing is, the company is just 2 years plus. Recently, I just typed on Google, you know, publishers in Lagos, and we came first. I was really surprised, really. Yeah, we're just 2 years, and yes, I can tell you.
So that's quite a journey.
Yeah, it is. It is really.
And you walked that journey practically on your own from where you started up until where you are right now.
Right.
It all sounds like a fairy tale story.
Yeah.
It's not easy leaving home and coming to Lagos all by yourself at the age of what?
17. Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
And then building in such a short time, it's almost unbelievable.
Yeah.
Almost unbelievable. And there are a lot of people out there who want it to be their story.
Yeah.
Now, from inside your book, what would you have to tell them? What would you refer to from inside your book about that journey and how that can also be their story?
Okay. First, we've read it times with a number that believe in yourself and all of those things, right? Yeah. But then I would just say that we all have everything in us to achieve anything we want to. You understand? The first thing is for us to desire, you know, to want to really achieve greatness and all of that, right? So I knew that, okay, I am not called to just, you know, do things for myself alone. My goal in life is not to build wealth for myself, but to build wealth for a number of people. And that is what has been driving me. And that is why I'm starting with this. I have so many things in life. And in 2 years, like I said, we've published for even first ladies and a good number of dignitaries.
It hasn't always been success, however. You have failed a couple of times. I think that's something that motivational speakers always want to talk about, but I don't think that we get to experience it from a personal point of view from someone who has actually succeeded, but doesn't forget to tell about failure.
Yeah.
So let's hear that part of your journey.
Okay. I would talk about a little of my struggle at least a very hard time for me was when I lost my brother. You know, he was a breadwinner. I also, you know, shared that in the book, right? And it was really, really hard that time. And I had to just, you know, start doing. That was when I really started doing things for myself. And about the business, the challenging days, many of it really, you know, is it from dealing with clients, you know, or from, you know, the fact that I didn't even have the opportunity of working in any publishing house when I started out, you know, I had to learn everything all by myself. So there were days that we had to, you know, produce a number of books and everything in millions actually. I mean, there was issue. So we had to start all over and all. These are things that happen behind the closed door that many, but one thing that keeps driving me is excellence. So if it's not excellent, I'm not giving it a house. And this has really attracted clients even all over the world, not just Nigeria, to work with us really. So I think that's about it.
Fantastic.
Just the mindset.
Well, you are a sample. You are what everybody should look up to, and everybody should actually pick up that book and read it. Don't Call Me Lucky. No, he put in the hard work and everything. And I also have an alternative name for it. What did I call it again? What? I said, yeah. No help is coming.
No help is coming.
No help is coming. Interesting, man. Good to have you here. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing more from Warrital, more from you, and all. Okay. If you're out there, do stay tuned because we've got more inside of the kitchen. It is agog. Everything is happening right now. Winfrey is also helping out, as I can see, with Samuel Otobong. Winfrey, please give us a status report, please. What's happening in there?
A lot is happening in here. A whole lot of chopping, steaming, not frying yet, but very, very soon. And of course, we're still here trying to make our meal for today. Okay, so I'm about to ask you, okay, so how did you hear about the Wake Up Nigeria Cookout? And why did you decide to come? Okay. Which one of them? Instagram? Okay, WhatsApp? Okay, talk about it. Okay, amazing. So why did you say, okay, you know what? I'm going to go for this.
Yeah, because I wanted to
Okay. Okay, so now when it comes to cooking for you, what is the extent to which you're willing to go? Like, where do you see yourself?
Yeah, I would love to explore it further.
Okay.
Yes, I already have 1 week.
Okay. Oh, amazing. So since the cookout, a lot has literally opened up for you and all of that. Oh, that's amazing. I mean, he literally said that he intends to get a mentor and then improve it himself. Of course, he got a mentor from that, one of the judges, and that's really amazing. Okay, so now we're going on a quick break, and when we come back, it's the top of the hour, so make sure you do not touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Feels like a Saturday to me. I don't know. Maybe it's because of what we're wearing.
Yeah, your boss is horrible now.
No. Hey. In any case, welcome. Second hour here for Wake Up Nigeria. I hope you guys enjoyed the first one. If you are just waking up because your alarm clock went off, well, hey, you still got 45 minutes of great entertainment coming your way.
And I'll change that alarm clock, so make sure you... Anyways, it's been amazing up in here. The energy here has been vibrant. Of course, we've had a lot happening. And of course, our kitchen is buzzing right now. But make sure, whatever you do, just keep it locked right here to not turn that down. Also, make sure you download our app, right? You can get it on iOS or Android so that you can literally catch up with us anywhere you are on the go.
Yes, indeed. My name is Mazino Appeal.
My name is Winfrey Dania Okoto.
And so let's let you know what we have left for the final 45 minutes of Wake Up Nigeria. Coming up, we have a very interesting art display coming your way. You guys are going to enjoy this one.
It's Thursday, and definitely we're doing an art display. Emmanuel Adeyemi is in the house, a visual artist who, through his body of work, explores heights of limitless possibilities, including plastics with art, to tackle the rising tide of plastic waste. I like that. It's great to have you. You are welcome. Now, plastic waste, why did you feel that was something that you needed to get your voice and your art on?
Yeah, I think it's something that prompts me through my environment where I stay in Bariga.
Okay.
So I know I get to see waste mismanagement, and that's a serious something. So you don't even get to have the waste pickers come on time.
Okay.
Maybe when there's a rainy season and things are just flushed everywhere on the street.
On the street.
So that's alone to like trigger me as an artist. I feel like I love to observe my environment, like to see things in detail. So seeing those things, of course, will prompt any human
Inspired,
that's,
yeah.
sensitive to the environment.
Not everybody, because that's
yeah.
and then having that sensitivity and then acting on it. So, in what way did you put this sensitivity into your art?
No.
What way exactly?
Yeah, I think most artists started off as we drawing and doing all sort of like things we all thought, but not to express them within ourselves. So I think through that means of me like seeing, I wasn't comfortable with just painting portraits and drawing and doing all sort of normal things that the normal people do. So me knowing the fact that I'm not a normal person, I should like see into things people are not seeing into. So using waste as a means of as a resource to
like we can see here. Like, so all of these are achieved with waste in itself.
Foam from like a discarded chair. So I cut the foam into tiny bits.
So you use the waste that is one that you know and use it to create that art and say, I like that. Wonderful, wonderful. These are all beautiful. I wish I could take some time and talk about each of them individually. But then each of them has different. How this particular brown one here? What did you use?
This one is used by frames. You know, these regular picture frames that people hang on their walls. So when they are creating these frames, they are like offcuts that comes out of like each of the square angle. So those are what I pick. It's polystyrene, so it's a plastic waste too. So I just cut them up and use it to just create anything I imagine. So that's it.
Okay, now you showed earlier on. You showed me something.
Like, okay, before I
you
start
showed me here. Before you start, this is
my creative. If I execute any form of idea, I like to like sketch it out and do the mathematics in my head.
In your head.
So in that way, I know I'm precise about my execution. It just comes out clean as I want it.
As you want it. Okay.
There are several drawings I make every morning. I wake up.
You wake up and then you start putting all of this together.
I just have to draw something. And
wonderful. I like this. You see, and for all of them, you have decided that you must use waste to do all of this.
Everything. At times, I choose to shift to paint, but even when I'm painting, like you see on display before, I still implement this waste material. Because that is the signature.
Now, so far, I love what you're doing, and this is just saying keep on doing it.
Yeah, thank
you. So
you.
far, what have you been able to see when it comes to impact? How do you think that so far you've been able to impact maybe the government or the community to learn how to manage waste?
Yeah, I've been able to do this by me putting out my own practice too. Like how I'm able to like use this thing. So I don't just use it in a complex manner, but of course there are simple ways we can all use it and create a sort of utility at home. So me sharing how I make this my process, I think is enough way of like passing across the message. Because if I'm doing a lot of work creating these things, I think documenting it and showing people how to go about it is like me just giving them like a guide on how they can just utilize this thing. That's if you are aware about this problem.
About it. Emmanuel, this is me and all of us here wishing you the best.
Thank you so much.
And hopefully, you know, that message is pushed out to more and more people, and then they understand how waste, you know, having an environment, how bad it can be, and we have to learn to recycle and all of that. Well done. Well done. Kudos. More grease to your elbows. Right, that's it. We had Emmanuel, and I hope you're able to pick something there about when it comes to waste and how to manage waste. We'll take this time out now when we get back. Bisola Ayola is in the house. Stay with us.
What a feel-good song.
I love the video. It's very bright.
Yes. And of course, we are joined for a gripping conversation by Bisola Ayola, an award-winning actress and singer. She became the first runner-up of Big Brother Naija in 2018. And she's here to talk about her growth, future projects, her music.
Bisola, you're welcome. Yay! Good to have you here.
First
of all, I want to say how very natural you are as a person to meet in person.
In person. Thank you very much.
Just like every ordinary person.
I am an ordinary woman.
She's like a girl next door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you are not, because I mean, from reality star to movies to being a singer yourself, music and everything.
Yes.
You're a superstar.
Oh, stop. You guys are making me feel shy now. I'm never shy.
And I see everything you do on Ndani. I think that's fantastic
Thank
as well.
you very
so let's
much.
add hosts to that as well. So maybe you should be interviewing.
Right.
But no, it's just,
no, this is your turn.
This is our
this
thing.
Is your turn.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
One question I have that encompasses everything. How has the experience been for you so far from ordinary person to superstar?
Wow.
Wow. It's
Yeah, that's the only question we have for you. They can go.
it's been good. It's been a journey. It's had its ups and downs. There's so many fun moments, and then there are moments where just leave me alone. You know, there are moments where I just want to be the normal girl that can just stand by the road and buy bolly and granots without any bonds. Oh, Bisola, and then not feeling uncomfortable. Sometimes I walk into spaces and I just try to, I'm trying to hide my face, so that can be a bit uncomfortable, but the transition has been good. I've got supportive people around me that I work with as well, and it's been good. It's been a good journey. Yes.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good. I know it's not been all good.
Rosy
yeah.
and all.
Yeah, it's Women's Month.
Yes.
And the theme is breaking the bias. There's been so many conversations around the bias. Now let's talk about some of the biases that you have faced in the entertainment industry, because I mean you've transitioned from one to the other, from reality TV, movie, music. You must have experienced, you know, quite a few. So share with us some of those biases and how you have addressed them as well.
So personally, I don't think there's any particular one I would say, oh, this bias or that bias. I think my entire life, we've been trying to break the bias, right? You know, for many women, we always have to put in extra work, do a lot more, just so that we're recognized and appreciated for the things that we do. So it's in everything that I've done. I've worked on radio before. I have been a petty trader before, long even before this whole acting gig came on. So you find that you struggle all the time, even constantly. Even now, with you saying, superstar, no, there's still always that extra, like, no, I need to do more. And I was having a conversation with someone yesterday. It just feels like maybe it's because of how we're wired or how we have grown up. It's almost like we're programmed to always internalize a lot of pressure. We're putting a lot of pressure on ourselves internally. But now I've decided to start thanking and patting myself on the back for the littlest things that, you know, that I accomplish. The breaking of the bias cannot stop. It has not stopped. It will never stop. We are hoping that someday, we won't have to use the term breaking the bias anymore. It will become a norm and, you know, something that we're all used to. Yes. But, well, I think with the times that we're in now, women are speaking up more. A lot of men are also supporting women and, you know, holding them, standing solidly behind them and saying that, yes, these women deserve.
I think you should say that more. I think women should say that more, support from men.
Yes, yes. Because to be honest, we can't do it alone.
Yes.
You know, we definitely can't. As much as we're saying, yes, we need to break the bias and all of that, we need a lot of women to do so much and step up, shatter the glass ceilings and all. We can't do it alone. And I think even the men can't do it alone.
Okay.
You know, they need the support of women as well.
So, being in the entertainment space, and still on the topic of being a woman and everything that you have to face, whether in social circles or entertainment circles, you've had your own fair share of, let's call it controversies, from reality TV, transitioning into life after reality TV, being an ambassador for the girl child, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. And all
UN, United Nations.
You know, you remember what happened after that? People's preference for you being a worthy ambassador or not and stuff like that. How have you managed all of this that's happened since then, noting that you have your personal expressions, which might have transpired inside of the house, to who you are and want to be or want to support outside of the house?
So I am, first of all, Bisola. And Bisola is first a human being. Thankfully, my stint at reality show was not my first stint at entertainment. So I've been in entertainment since 2008, professionally. I actually started probably in 2006, where I used to do a little bit of backup singing for some upcoming singers back in the day. So I have been able to, you know, grow in the business. It didn't just land in my laps. And with that, I've been able to sort of teach myself, learn. I also work with a great team of people. My family at Temple, we literally have conversations where we sit down. We can't do this. I try as much as possible to stay away from controversy. I am still me, and I don't really let anyone's opinions of me or about me bother me. These are people that I may never see. I will just try my best as a human being first to do the bits I can. I try to be a good person. I try to make people around me happy.
Oh yeah, that's your you can't do without that.
Yeah, I try to, because you know it's an important thing for me to constantly be a happy, bubbly person. It's what makes me tick. So I try to do all that, and if it it makes some people upset, I'm sorry, but this is just who I am. You know, I try as much as possible to stay away from trouble. And transitioning, you just really need a good team and good support around you. When you have that around you, you're level-headed, and you can just find a way of just staying clear of trouble.
Let's talk about your new movie.
Yes, The Simple Lie.
Oh, you're a simple liar.
Tell me what went through your mind when you got the script.
Yes. When I got the script, it was first laughter, laughter and more laughter. I'm like, who in the world is this ridiculous human being? You know, like, who does this? But in reality, there are people like that. You know, go from one lie to another. They're being braggadocious about it. They lie with their full chest. With their full chest, no fear at all. So when I got the script from Biodu Stephen, she always shares her stories with me.
Okay.
So she'd mentioned, oh, besides, there's this thing, I'll send you a script. And she sent it, I read it, I loved it, I laughed my head off, and then I was like, who are the other actors? And then, well, don't worry, it was a bit tweaking here and there, and then we finally got on set, and filming it was so good. There was Bolaji Ogumola, Kachi Nochiri, Emmanuel Kubueze, Kiki. Kiki.
Yeah, she's a ruckus.
Such a handful. She is so amazing. Like, I really, really enjoyed what this is not the first time I'm working with Kiki. Every time I see her, she's a vibe, you know, and we feed off of each other's energy.
You both have the same.
She's so vibrant. And working with her, in fact, with everybody, we had such a blast. A simple lie can just turn into something ridiculous. One lie. But in this case, so much was uncovered. You know, but
do people tell you that there's certain resemblance between you and Bolaji Ogumola?
I have gotten that. I have actually gotten that a lot. You know, that, oh, there's something. I don't know, maybe it's the complexion.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's just something. I've actually got the, but I look like quite a few people.
Yeah, you've got that face.
Yeah, I've got that face. I look like Empress Njama. I look like Funke Akindele. I look like Bolaji. Let me see, there's one more person that's escaping my mind right now that they tell me that I look like. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I just remember that you actually also got nominated for 3 categories.
3 categories.
Let's hear it for her. Let's hear it for her.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Which one do you think you're going to take home?
My God, I don't know.
Which one do you want?
Which one do you want to take home?
All of them.
Don't be greedy.
Okay, let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx it. No problem, Bisola. Tell you what we're going to do. Let's see the trailer for A Simple Lie. By the time we get back, we'll have you inside of the kitchen. Maybe you'll be having some of our meal for this one.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah. It's been one interesting show, and of course, we're back here in the kitchen with the first ever winner of the Wake Up Nigeria Cookouts, Mr. Samuel. And he has put together this amazing meal. And sitting, of course, to my left is Bisola. Congratulations on your many nominations. So glad to meet you. And of course, Achora, our
countryman.
Oh, countryman. Okay, so now we have food here ready for you to eat, right? Okay. All we need you to do is to just taste it and tell us exactly what you think.
Okay.
That's all. That's much to ask. Not so much now. Yeah, so we have some nicely grilled sweet potatoes. We have nice crunchy vegetable sauce. Nice.
Where to begin?
Just begin anyway. And of course, some grilled turkey and some eggs for garnishing, right?
I like the veggies.
Of course.
It's really crunchy and fresh.
I am.
Ochera. You don't eat things like this in the country?
Well, you know, this is nice.
Okay.
It looks really nice. Wow.
Okay, so far, Bisola, what do you think?
I think it's really nice. The sweet potato is well done. That's one thing. A lot of people are very tricky with sweet potatoes.
Very
They don't really get it right. But
so, Ochera,
well done.
What's your verdict?
I love the veggies. The sauce is so good. The vegetable sauce is really good.
So it's a go for Bisola. Thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Ochora, I will chase you from this set too.
It's really nice.
It's really nice.
I haven't tasted the turkey. Well,
looks good.
It looks
turkey
good.
looks good. It looks great.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Samuel. And of course, Mr. Shegun, who is the sous chef here. He also celebrated his birthday on the 20th of March. He turned 20. Thank you so much, Shegun. And of course, on the couch, we have MM giggling. MM, why are you giggling?
I am being sandwiched, guys. I need help.
It's an MM sandwich.
That
Wouldn't you like to
right,
have some?
by the way, but okay.
No. Ew. Bye.
All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I mean, of course, it's been an amazing show. Thanks to all our guests for making it here this morning. And of course, same time, same station tomorrow for Friday. And remember, it's game day, so make sure you don't miss it for the world. Bye, yeah.